Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel or you haven't subscribed as yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. So the T20 World Cup is finally here. And in this video, we're going to be previewing the West Indies first match between them and Papua New Guinea. So we're going to be looking over both teams, previewing the match, and also then sharing the potential starting lineup for West Indies team, and also giving you the viewers an opportunity to share in the comment section what starting lineup you would go with. So just stick around to the end of the video while we preview this match and discuss a few things, right? So starting with the Papua New Guinea team, so obviously the West Indies are huge favorites to win this match, and we all expect the West Indies to win this match and not only win, but win convincingly. But as the saying goes, the match is not played on paper. You have to go out there on the match day and perform to get that victory. And in the T20 format, which I've mentioned in previous videos, no team can be taken lightly, or no team should be taken lightly, because any team can win on a given day. And we even see where that has happened in the past, even in West Indian history at the 50 over Cricket World Cup, failing to qualify for that. So definitely can't take any team lightly. But so looking at the Papua New Guinea team, so their squad is as follows. So they have, and I'm going to try and pronounce the names. I might not pronounce some of the names correctly, but I'll do my best, right? So their captain is Ashadola Vala. The vice captain is Charles Amini, Aleo Now, Chad Sopa, Alivare, Hiri, Jack Gardner, John Caruco, Kabua, Morea Vagi, Kipling Doriga, Lega Siaka, Norman Vano, Sima Kamea, Sisebao, and Tony Ura. So that's their 15-man squad that they have brought to this World Cup. Looking at I'll say I'm not extremely familiar with their team, but looking at their recent history, their top scorers in the T20 format are Tony Ura, Vala is also there, Amini, Bao, and Siaka. So those are their top scorers from a batting perspective. And in terms of bowlers, so Vanua, Amini, Vala, Morea, and Copa are their top five bowlers. In terms of the quality of opponents they face, so they haven't really faced any quote unquote top quality opponents. So in this year, the opponents that they faced this year so far and on their way to qualifying for the World Cup has been Malaysia, Nepal, Hong Kong, and Oman, right? So none of those teams are considered top quality or top class, but nevertheless, they did what they needed to do to qualify. Nepal, so the West Indies recently had a series against Nepal, and Nepal won a few matches. So we know Nepal do have a bit of quality, and they have won matches against Nepal in recent history. So that means they have, even though we don't know a lot about them, they do have a bit of quality in their team. And like I said earlier, definitely cannot underestimate them and what they are able to do. So definitely hoping that the West Indies take this match seriously and go into the match, and play to the best of their potential. Again, we expect it to be a very convincing victory, but definitely not taking anything for granted. From a West Indies perspective now, West Indies have been in brilliant form, see what they did in the South Africa series. And majority of the players that are now in the lineup didn't take part in the South Africa series. See what happened in that warm-up match against Australia. So the West Indies team, they are in good form heading into this match. And as I said earlier, I expect them to win very convincingly. So with that being said, as it relates to the West Indies starting lineup or the West Indies lineup for this match, I do think there will be a few changes from the Australia warm-up match. So starting, so Andre Russell. So far I haven't seen anything of Andre Russell being around the team. So I'm not sure if he has joined up with the team as yet. or if he's still because he was given a rest period, after playing a long IPL season and winning the IPL championship with Calcutta Knight Riders. So he was rested, and I'm not sure if he has joined up with the team as yet. So I don't expect Andre Russell to play in this game. Just for that reason, right? He's had a long IPL season and getting some rest, and it's one of the weaker opponents in the group, right? So he's not necessarily needed for the West Indies to win this match. So I don't expect Andre Russell to be playing in this game. And so with that said, right, the starting lineup that I would go with for this match would be a Brandon King, and Charles opening, of course, Nicholas Pooran, Ravman Powell, Shimron Hetmeyer, Sherfin Rutherford. So I do think Sammy is going to go continue with that Shimron Hetmeyer and Sherfin Rutherford in the team. For a few reasons. So it was effective against Australia, but also to get Sherfin Rutherford more match practice, considering the fact that he didn't play in the IPL. And I think these matches against the weaker opponents will also be used to give players much time as well. So with that being said, that's the reason why I still have both Shimron Hetmeyer and Sherfin Rutherford in the lineup. Then Romario Shepherd is also in the lineup. Gudakesh Motie, for sure, is in the lineup. Azar Joseph and Shamar Joseph as well is in our lineup. And here's where it gets a bit difficult now. So Akil Hussein, I haven't been pleased with Akil Hussein's performance. He's taken wickets, right? So I must give him credit for that, but he's been a bit on the expensive side. And it seems as if and we'll know more as to the plans of Darren Sammy as the tournament progresses, right? But it seems as if he might want to go with the two spinner approach as opposed to having all three spinners, which is Hussein, Motie, and Chase in the lineup. So I'm a bit hesitant to include Akil Hussein in my lineup. So I have Roston Chase instead of Akil Hussein in the lineup. And and so Azar Joseph and Shamar Joseph in my lineup. So that would be my starting lineup for this match. Again, nothing against Akil Hussein. He's definitely a quality bowler, and I do expect him to feature in this match, in the World Cup. But I must say I haven't been satisfied with his bowling performance from an economic standpoint, right? So with that being said, and you couple that with the fact that I think Darren Sammy, might go with the just having two spinners in his lineup as opposed to having all three spin bowlers in the team, then that's the reason why I don't have Akil Hussein in my lineup. So just going over the lineup again, which I would use. Obviously I'm not the coach, right? So it would be King, Charles, Pooran, Powell, Hetmeyer, Rutherford, Shepherd, Chase, Motie, Azar Joseph, and Shamar Joseph. So that would be my starting lineup for this Papua New Guinea match. Again, I don't think Andre Russell will feature, just for the reason that he's been rested, and I'm not sure if he has joined up with the team as yet for the World Cup. So that would be my starting 11 for the West Indies team. Definitely let me know what you think what starting lineup you would go with. And from a starting lineup perspective, the difficulty will always be choosing the bowlers, right? So it's a 15-member squad, right? So 4 players will be left out no matter which 11 is chosen. But the batting or the batters for the most part is kind of set, right? So so even just from the 11 that I named, right? So I feel there would Shai Hope would have been left out, Obed McCoy, Akil Hussein, and Andre Russell. We do expect Andre Russell to be in the team. So when Andre Russell returns, it just means that one of the other bowlers would be left out. Would be left out of the lineup, right? So it will always be more bowlers left out of the lineup than batters. So the challenge will always be, kind of deciding which bowlers to leave out or which bowlers to include. And if any of the openers don't perform, then Shai Hope will come in and fill that role for them, right? But like I said, that's my starting lineup. Definitely share your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what starting lineup you would go with for this match. As usual, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.